Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mid Dave Show. It's me, your best friend, Mid Dave. It's just Dave, you silly goose. It's been a huge week, ladies and gentlemen, here in Detroit, Perth, Western Australia. We've had a big week for infrastructure. Built a bunch of buildings, us, the loose units. We built 2 hospitals, one in Nedlands, one in Midland. Some issues though. We turned on the Nedlands taps. Lead water came out. Did you see that? Pretty weird. We did the same one in Midland though. Turned on the taps in Midland. Bong water. Yeah, crazy times. Thank you. It's a live studio audience, ladies and gentlemen. We also, another big personal news, actually, just talking to one of our beautiful camera people here. He's from Taiwan. He's a Taiwanese man. I asked him something I've always wondered about people from other cultures. As you can see, I'm dumb. I asked him, I was like, bro, do you watch porn with white people or with Asian people? And he just looks at me, he's like, I watch porn alone. Yeah. I'm not allowed to work with him anymore. Last thing, we've got a bit of information for you. Thanks for tuning into the Mid Dave Show. We've got a nice big, this is a bit of love from me to you. Put this in your pocket, tell your mum about it, it's pretty great. We've solved road rage. I don't know if you've noticed that, there's no more road rage out there in the streets in Perth. Yeah, all you have to do, I fixed it. When you're driving along, just imagine, whenever someone does you wrong, just imagine that they're one of your grandparents. That's all you got to do. Imagine it's your grandparents. On the way here today to the studio, driving my car, a taxi driver cut me off. I was about to snap, but like I remembered my own advice. I was like, Dave, Grandma's driving that taxi. Grandma cut you off? Wait, Grandma did that to you, mate. So I pulled out my phone and I called my grandma. What the hell is wrong with you? Felt much better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a huge show. Let's kick this off. We've got Kelvin, the producer. We've also got a documentary guy called Lincoln. Let's kick it in the bum. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, the Mid Dave Show. Ladies and gentlemen, live with my producer here. We've got our first guest of today's episode. It's Kelvin, the producer, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Welcome to the Mid Dave Show, mate.
How are you, Dave? How you doing?
I'm pretty good, buddy. A pleasure to be here for you. This is a dream come true, hey?
Same here, man. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Did you watch our first episode? Big fan?
Well, I missed it, but I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What a nice young man. So what is a producer exactly? What does that mean? What do you do? What are you talking about?
Produce means I make music. I make tunes.
Like an instrument?
Instrumentation.
Like bam, 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 like that?
Something like that,
Am I a producer now?
Well, no, not really.
Chuck it on the credits, ladies and gentlemen. No, okay, so what do you mean? What?
Well, I make beats and I bring in like new artists into the industry, more into like a multilingual thing. So
right.
Artists from all around the world, contact them and get them together and make like a collaboration, something like that.
So multilingual artists from all over the place. We've actually got one of your artists on the show later on today doing a live performance. Rubol, was it?
Yeah, he is coming in, yeah.
So did you have work with him? Like, what's the go there?
So Rubol's my best friend. We sat down and he always wanted to make a music. He wanted to make a track and he had lyrics and stuff going on. So he was like, all right, you are doing production and stuff. Why don't we sit down in the studio, we make a beat and stuff, make this track. And that's how it happened. You know?
That's awesome.
It was like 3 months ago we just started planning about it, and now we've got a track right in front of you.
So did you make him good? Because I've obviously seen him perform before. I think he's pretty great. But that's lucky, right? Because he's your best mate. What happens if he was not very good? What would have happened then? Would you have still worked with him, or what would have happened? Like, do you have?
No, I mean,
would have to have that weird conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, like, I don't mind. I'm giving them chances and stuff. It's his first song, so you can't expect that much. But yeah, he's learning and he's really good with vocals and stuff. He's been practicing a lot. So, plus I'm singing as well in that track.
What, you sing on the track?
Yeah, I've got a bit of my part in it as well.
What do you sing? What's the?
Well, I can, as I told you, I can speak a few languages. So it's in Punjabi language.
Right.
So I'll translate you later on tonight. So,
yeah, will you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm always get stumped because I barely speak English properly, to be honest. So I always get stumped when someone's like, I speak a new language. I'm like, I can't prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can just say anything to me and I'll be like, cool. So this song is in a different language though, right?
It is. A bit of English and a bit of a Punjabi language. It's a native Indian language.
What is he saying exactly? What's he singing about? Do you guys know?
The track is all about a chick. she's a really good looking chick, and she walks past, and he's like, "Oh man, wait, I'll go follow her, get her, and I'll be back." And song starts, sick beats, try the techno and trap for the first time. I'm more into R&B, but I've tried techno and trap this time.
So it's like a mixture you've put onto this track?
Exactly. Adding on to a new fresh beats, fresh lyrics and stuff.
Plus he's singing in Punjabi, so that's a complete different mixture of flavours and stuff.
It is, absolutely. I had a bit of a trouble understanding the language first because I'm not good with that language.
Right.
But I can barely speak that language. I understand that, but the typical words, we have to make it like simple, and we made it in like English rather going with the native language.
Yeah.
So that's what we did, yeah.
To be honest, like my favourite artist, the only thing I listen to is Taylor Swift. Swiftie, if you're watching. But is this Taylor Swift-esque? Would I enjoy this music, or?
You'll definitely love this one.
Yeah, will I?
You'll love it.
Oh, I'm pumped for it. Do you guys want to play a game? You want to play a game, mate?
I'm up for it, mate.
We got a wicked game for you. This is a fun game. So this game is called Celebrity Mash.
Okay, what's the mash all about?
All right, so what I'm going to do, buddy, I'm going to show you a picture. Oh, look. We have a nice little thing. Ooh. Jealous? That was cool, hey?
Hey, it was.
We got a pretty good production crew here. So I'm going to show you a picture.
Yep.
All right? And then you've got to tell me who it is, because obviously you're now going to be you're a famous producer. I've seen the trajectory Kanye took. DJ Khaled, is that going to be you? Just yelling out your name? Calvin! That'll be fun.
Calvin King.
Calvin King.
Yep.
Why didn't you just go with that when I introduced you? Calvin King's dope.
I know, but
why not King Calvin? Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here first. King Calvin. So you're going to be your own celebrity. You're going to meet celebrities. Got to see if you're going to know how to recognize them, because you don't want to be embarrassed. You've run into, celebrities other than like Cameron McLaren. He's my favorite celebrity. But anyway, let's get into this.
Yeah,
let's do the first. This is our first one. Who do these bad boys look like to you? Can you see that at home, ladies and gentlemen?
Who's
those two?
Brad Pitt.
And, that's one of them. That's, this region is...
Yeah.
Piddles.
The top part is...
Who's the top? Brad's the bottom. Who's the top?
I suck, man. Seriously. The first one...
Yeah, you do. How do you not know this one? He was on ER. God, we'll give you 2 more seconds before you go get this.
I got one right. Brad Pitt, yeah, for sure.
We don't give half points here. We're all winners. Calvin King, King Calvin. That's bloody... I forgot his name. George Clooney.
Oh.
Cloon Dog.
Easy.
Cloon Dog Millionaire. How'd you not get that?
Again.
All right,
Let's
champ.
do it again.
Let's go. Next one. This one's a bit harder, I believe. Pow Pow. Who are these mad dogs? You should know this, music boy.
That's Usher.
Yeah, and who's the other one? Probably the greatest rapper of all time.
All time.
He gets the party started. You might have a good time, but he parties harder. You know this one?
Tiger?
Sorry?
Tiger?
Is he the best rapper? It's Will Smith, obviously.
Oh.
The Fresh Prince.
I selected this one as well, but I've got half right. So I get 1 point now. I get 1 point.
One more point. You get...
Yeah, I get 1 point.
All
I guess
right.
the first right.
So is this the last one? I think that was the last one we're going to, this one? None? Oh, we got to... sorry. I should flip it and show you that we got the answers on the back. I apologise. These are two lovely ladies. Who do you think these are?
Okay, the top one is Megan Fox.
Killing it. Bam. You know that? And the bottom one, I'll give you some clues. She's in Batman.
I forgot that.
She's in that one where they sing about bread in French.
That chick's name.
You know that French bread movie? Where Wolverine's like, I'm real sad and
I know,
poor. And then for some reason Russell Crowe's in it like, I'm not the gladiator anymore. I should write a musical, actually. It's a mid-day musical. Who do you know? Who is it? She was a Princess Bride or whatever. No, she wasn't. She was a teenage... You what?
I forgot her name, to be honest.
Anne Hathaway, ladies and gentlemen. Megan Fox and Anne Hathaway. You are the worst at this game, by the way.
No, but I guess it's half right, though. I guess it's half right.
Yeah, I
like
mean...
Top part or bottom part.
If being half right, if being average is what you want in life, King Calvin, nah, you're doing a great job. I'm sorry, this is difficult.
It's all good, man.
We sprung it on you. This one's in colour.
Okay.
All right? Make this a bit easy. Oh, man, I don't even know who these are. I do. I can read. Who are these two bad boys?
They look like my grandma, so...
Ooh, they might be.
No idea.
No idea at all? No. What about this top one?
Looks like Angelina.
Oh, bam, bam, bam! Half a point.
Don't know about the bottom one.
Think of every old actress ever.
My mum.
Ladies and gentlemen, his mum. It's Meryl Streep.
Oh, yeah. I was right for
my friend, the time's up on that game, unfortunately.
Okay.
We didn't have a song, but it would have been cool. that's the end of the game, Prowl. Did you like it?
I loved it.
You're not very good at it, but I think we're going to practice in the...
A lot, or more.
We're going to practice in the off-season because I don't
Yeah.
want you to be embarrassed when you run into celebrities, you know what I mean? I want you to be like, yo. No, because the idea is you'd never... I've met a lot of celebrities. I don't know if you know this being mid-Dave, but I meet a lot. And the trick is you always act like you don't know them because it really upsets them.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? If you,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely,
So
but-
I want you to recognize it. And yeah, so that's pretty much the end of this
have
part
to-
of the segment, my friend.
I think I have to go more out in the outer world than staying in the studio, I guess.
Yeah, live your... Bro, get out there. Make your beats, then get out there with your mate back. That's what Kanye said. We're going to throw now to our little friend. We've got a mate, he's a work experience guy. I kind of don't like him, but you'll like him. He's called Steve. He's here to help us sell some stuff. We've got to pay for this show, you know? It's not all free.
Right.
You pumped? Do you want to stick around and watch this?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was King Kelvin. He's doing a production later on. Give it up for him. Woo!
Like
And
today.
here's... Hi, folks. I'm Steve. And if you're like me, you've probably found yourself caught up in the modern hectic world. With life being so busy these days, it's common to long for a simpler time. A time before life was taken over by instant messaging or internet trolls or the pager. So, in the grand tradition of nostalgic consumption that permeates this great land, let's do some retail therapy. Remember the iconic pet rock? The low maintenance pet of the 70s? Well, we couldn't flog one of those for legal reasons. So check out Pet Brick! The legally distinct companion that is Wi-Fi friendly, never needs charging, and won't leave you, just like she did.
But wait, there's more. The Pet Brick is low calorie, heat and water resistant, and features superior thermal mass and acoustic performance.
Don't waste valuable time and money caring for traditional meat-based pet solutions. With the Pet Brick, you can forget the soaring pet food prices, forget the soaring vet bills, and as an added bonus, you can avoid teaching your children about the pain of death until it's too late for them to develop healthy coping mechanisms.
Your friends will be amazed by the Pet Brick's many uses. Locked your keys in the car? The Pet Brick can help. Can't reach the top shelf? The Pet Brick can help. Neighbour won't stop complaining about that strange smell? The Pet Brick can help.
For only 3 easy payments of $9.95 plus postage, you can enjoy all these benefits and more. Yeah, more. Just send your payment details through to Beer Money, care of the Mid-Dave Show, PO Box 1975, Perth, Western Australia 6000, and you will receive the Pet Brick before you know it.
By the way, there's more. If you order now, we'll even send you a second Pet Brick free. That's right, free. One for you and one to throw at Dave. Please note this is considered assault in most states and territories.
The Pet Brick is the perfect companion for those who crave the cold touch of heat-hardened clay and shale. Don't know what shale is? Don't worry, Pet Brick won't judge ya. That's what your parents are for. The Pet Brick is low maintenance, impervious to termites, and best of all, it doubles as a standard house brick. Compete with googly eyes and a stylish hat. And if you order in the next 20 minutes, we'll even throw in this suspiciously familiar mustache upgrade kit so you can customize your Pet Brick at home. Whoa, look at this bad boy. Nice. The Pet Brick is only available for a limited time, so you order yours today.
The Pet Brick is not suitable for people suffering from tubulophobia or shale sensitivity. Not for internal use. Consult your GP if you didn't get that this is an obviously fake product made up by Dave to get beer money.
Back to you, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have a new guest. Give it up for my friend, documentarian, that's a word, Lincoln Cook. Yeah. Woo-hoo. The audience is asleep. Don't worry about them, bro. Welcome back.
Asleep.
What did you think of old mate work experience kid with the weird face?
I like the brick.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a cool brick, man.
Yeah, you want one?
No.
Oh.
I'm so nervous to be on here, man. Can I have a hug?
Yeah, of course you
okay?
can.
Oh, how's that for the power mics? You
Oh,
have to
get
come
in
to
here.
me.
Oh,
How's that
absolutely
sound?
sweet. Welcome, buddy. Are you feeling good?
No.
No? Had a big time? Big couple of
it's
days?
a hug. That was a shit hug, bro.
Yeah, it's because we were all mic'd up and stuff. Plus, you're a stranger. I didn't really want to touch you. Welcome to the show, though,
It's really
champion.
sad now.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just pumped to be here. So, what's your documentary about?
It's about ghosts. It's
that's
called
scary.
Paranormal Albany, set in Albany, and I hunt for ghosts. It's
That's
pretty
aptly named.
Self-explanatory, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. What, did you find any ghosts?
I don't know if I did or didn't. I didn't. Well, I saw things out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't see a full-on apparition. So it's kind of hard to say whether we did encounter something. But there was some strange audio. There was some unexplained occurrences.
Aren't you scared that like a ghost is going to follow you around forever and haunt you and your children?
Yeah, that's something we touched on in the because this is part one. There's two parts to this. The second is coming out in 2018. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. I spoke to a Catholic priest and to a number of mediums who said that spirits can attach themselves to you and follow you around. And so yeah, I'm still living with that.
What's the likelihood that they'll like get me? Is what I'm wondering about. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I tickety boo right now, or
Well,
are we?
like, don't creep around old buildings at night, and you're probably safe. Or don't.
That's exactly what I do.
piss in
Damn
the
my
graveyard,
hobbies.
yeah.
No, fair enough. So that you were like, no, I want to make this documentary. I don't care about the risk of having a ghost follow me, Fevs.
Yeah, and it was full on. We only had 2 weeks to shoot. I crowdfunded $2,000 to do it, which is like the smallest budget ever, and borrowed equipment. My girlfriend, my partner, was doing the filming. She hadn't used a camera much before, and we just went out and did it. It's very hard. It took a lot of prep to get it right, but we got heaps of good interviews and a number of ghost hunts all around Albany.
That's awesome. That's so cool. What inspired you to just get out and do it? A lot of people just don't do things. They sit around and they're like, I want to do stuff, but they don't. What made you do it?
Well, I graduated from Murdoch University, Murdoch for life, and
I graduated from Midland. Midland dog.
yeah, definitely
We've got our own gang signs.
Yeah, I graduated from there doing radio, but I always wanted to do a documentary. It was originally going to be a podcast.
Yeah.
But then my girlfriend had the idea of because she's doing journalism, she said, let's do a documentary. And that kind of ballooned. The hardest thing about it was there was so many stories down there. Albany's the oldest settlement in WA and the third eldest in Australia. And so I thought, there's going to be lots of stories there. It's also my hometown. And I grew up
nice.
hearing ghost stories, and I thought, well, that's a good narrative to go down and chase some of the stories I heard as a kid. Even my brothers saw ghosts in our house opposite the old hospital when we were kids.
Whoa.
So that's where it starts. But every ghost hunt we do has some kind of link to an experience from my childhood or teenage years.
Right, so you tried to link it back to your own narrative of what you'd gone through.
Yeah, and what other people had seen around me and the stories that used to follow me around as a kid, yeah.
That is so hectic. Why? I got one for you. Why aren't ghosts always like olden days? Why isn't there like new age ghosts? Why isn't there like teenage ones and stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like it's all like from the 1800s. Was that just a prime ghost time?
That's a good question. I don't think, some people say that they've seen the ghost of like Heath Ledger in Perth and things like that. So it's not exclusive to...
He was the Joker.
Yeah, it's olden day stuff. But yeah, most of the ghosts we were chasing, there's one, the ghost of a little girl out at the quarantine station where...
Always a little girl. I'm sorry to cut you off, but come on.
Well, not all of them, yeah. There was a lot of... there's an old man in my old house. There was, lady. There's always the lady wearing the long robe that looks
That's all
old.
up here and stuff, yeah.
But she had been witnessed over 3 decades by people that didn't know each other, and all their stories were similar. So it kind of collaborated that there was something there.
Yeah.
And that's what got me, is that the stories that we hunted down, these people didn't know each other, but their stories added up.
Yeah, which makes it even, you're like, how do you all know this collective amount? Yeah.
Yeah, spooky, right?
I don't like it at all, to be honest. I'm very, you're so calm. You're like, yeah, let's go do that. Why don't you make a documentary about skateboarding or something that's not going to haunt you forever?
Because I can't skateboard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
Who's the goose? I'm the goose.
But, ghost hunting, I'm scared of ghosts, but the good thing about it was I'm agnostic, so I have no kind of religious affiliation.
You're just open to whatever.
Yeah, I was objective when I went in, and that made it easier. I didn't immediately buy into whatever the Catholic priest said or the medium. The one person that really, I spoke to this Aboriginal elder, and what he said, because mediums, they're always trying to do a Passover and pass over a spirit, just pass them over into the light, because they think they're lost souls roaming the earth. But when I spoke to this elder, he said, well, actually, we've got no place telling a spirit where to go. There's spirits that have roamed the land for thousands of years. When you die, you return to the land. So he had a different take on it, and I connected more with that.
I like that too, because the idea of ghosts kind of scare me if they're just trapped people. You know what I mean? So the idea that that's where they're supposed to be on that plane, that's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's a bit off topic. I want to get more into this, but maybe we can check out. Where can people find out about your documentary?
Cookedmedia.net, or you can go to the Paranormal Albany page. I think it's Facebook.com/Paranormal Albany doco.
Yep.
Or you can just go on YouTube. It's up on YouTube for free. It's a non-for-profit project, and it might be at a few other releases soon. I've entered it in a few film festivals.
Yeah, amazing, guys. So yeah, check all that out. It's all on the internet, like I said, on YouTube. Check it out. It's Lincoln Cook. We're going to go to now Rubol. Did you see King Calvin before? Yeah, give it up for him. Producer
King
Calvin
Calvin.
King. Yeah, how good was he? Well, he's produced the track of this
sexy man,
Rubol guy,
yeah.
so we're going to throw to him now. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rubol.
ਕੁੜੀਏ ਨੀ ਚੱਲੇ ਜਦ ਸਲੋ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਗੋਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਫੇਸ ਕਰੇ ਗਲੋ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਕੁੜੀਏ ਨੀ ਚੱਲੇ ਜਦ ਸਲੋ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਗੋਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਫੇਸ ਕਰੇ ਗਲੋ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ Tupe na hoji kite ten goriye You made me crazy, I'm your fan goriye Keel di hi jame, jitton di langi jame Neeleya naina de naal dil dangi jame Crop kala top paya pai rip jeans tu Utto di baby mainu lit lagdi Kudiye ni ਕੁੜੀਏ ਨੀ ਚੱਲੇ ਜਦ ਸਲੋ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਗੋਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਫੇਸ ਕਰੇ ਗਲੋ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ
How good was that, ladies and gentlemen? That was very bold. Yeah, give it up. That is such a good audience. Have you guys been an audience before? You can really tell. We're winding up the show now, ladies and gentlemen. Once we brought the boys back, we've got Lincoln Cook here, you remember from just 30 seconds ago, and King Calvin. Yeah. You can clap again, audience. Nah, all right, live your life. There you go. Guys, welcome. Thank you for coming on the show. You will just listen to us talking about the ghost things. Are you aware of ghosts? You're scared of them? You know about them?
Well, I haven't witnessed one, so I'm not scared of one. If I witness one, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a ghost. But I've heard lots and lots of stories from my grandparents and even from my parents as well. But none of them have witnessed one, so...
So check out his documentary, and then you can go down to Albany and...
Well, you know, there's a bunch of protections, they reckon, for ghosts. I was really scared of ghosts when I went down there. Right. I was freaking out about, you know, what happens if I encounter a bad spirit, but... I went to the priest said use some holy water, but you have to have faith in it. I went to the medium, they said if you want to be open to it, you need to meditate before you go in there, and a lot of people said your dead relatives will look out for you, but, you know, who knows?
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you don't have enough dead relatives and you're scared, murder them, and then you'll be, you'll be safe from ghosts. Duh. What's your next documentary going to be on? Something less scary that I can see?
Likely the disability community. People with disabilities find a hard time trying to find employment. There's a lot of discrimination.
Yeah, totally.
I want to do a story about that because it's a section of the community that gets overlooked a lot.
Yeah, awesome. Ghosts and disability. That's wicked. I like that term better. I'll be less scared of that one.
Maybe like disabled ghosts after that.
That is a type of ghost we don't hear enough about. There's no disabled ghost ramps and stuff. Have you noticed that? They're all just stairs.
Ghosts with peg legs and stuff like that.
Classic.
So
Yeah, does the wood
that's
get
a
ghosted?
disability.
What about the clothes? When you get ghosted, do you get to wear your clothes in the prime? Like, if I died now, would I be wearing this suit or my favourite hoodie? Or would I be naked? Like, what's the go?
I think you're stuck, and that's kind of the sucky thing about it.
Oh, man.
You'll be in your undies.
Boss. Lady ghosts. Boy ghosts, whatever. Live your life. What's your next album going to be? What are you going to produce next? You got something on the cards?
Yeah, well, we're making a full album. That's the only single I've painted. We're releasing through YouTube and other social media. But we're working on an album as well, collaborating with other artists overseas and trying to bring them down to the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
good.
Projects are in the pipeline. Will come out soon. You'll come to know.
If you need me or Steve to rap on some things, we're actually quite good rappers.
Absolutely. I'll invite you at mine.
We're called the Mad Dog Hip Hop Boys.
Yep.
We've got some pretty funky songs. Just about nanas. We rap about nanas. Hot dogs. Big fan of hot dogs. I got a hot dog rap.
I love hot dogs.
Cool. Man, so thanks so much for coming on the show, boys. I really appreciated
man.
just coming out here. Is there anything you wanted to say while you're here? Is there anything you wanted to tell me about how good I am or anything like that? You enjoyed it? Yeah, you had a good time?
You are fantastic. But I want to ask you one thing. What's about the hats, man?
Don't worry about them. That's
It's just one
This
of your
guy.
hobbies, is it?
classic Calvin. What hats?
Cool.
I see that. Why were we wearing sunglasses before? That was just so we could feel cool. Fun
I
fact.
just worked like a 24-hour shift, so that's why I'm wearing sunglasses.
Ghosts are chasing him, ladies and gentlemen. He can't sleep. He doesn't want to admit to it because they can't go to bed because there's always ghosts.
This is another protection.
Oh,
So
man,
they
get
don't
those
like-
glasses back on. I don't want to get eaten by ghosts. They don't eat you, do you?
It's too late.
Oh, no. Well, it was nice to meet you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming on to the Mid-Dave Show. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, one more time to our audience for King Calvin, the producer, and Lincoln Cook. Yeah, for the documentarian. Give it up for each other. Good, now kiss. No, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Mid-Dave Show. I have been Mid-Dave. See you later. Good night.